Pisces.
Hello Pisces, and this is your forecast for May of 2013. And you were very busy here last month in April, just working your numbers. I say papers and numbers, and how you could kind of projecting on how you could save money, cutting down certain expenses, setting up new budgets and so forth. This whole stellium was in your second house for income, money made, and how you can make money work for you. So I think, and you're not normally, a person who likes a lot of numbers anyhow, but I think you might have found it very stimulating. Now that we're coming to this point of the month, a lot of these planets now have started to move into your third house, into the sign of Taurus, and Taurus loves all good things of quality. And so if you did a good job here with what April provided to you, you will start seeing how this is going to blossom and work for you here in the month of May. Now this month, it's going to be more about paperwork, not necessarily as numbers, because you've already done that now. It's more, how can you move around and be freer? There's going to be this feeling of wanting to be more flexible, out and about, free-spirited. So there could be a lot of short trips, also longer trips, because we want to look at the ninth house too when we're looking at the third house. And you got Saturn up there, so there might be something drawing you, pulling you to a far away place that you would like to go. Third house, since we have all of those planets there, and we have Jupiter in your fourth house for residence, property and whatnot, this has been calling you for a long time. And I think many of you Pisces are starting to get that together, wanting to create change as far as where you live. And now Jupiter is going to be here just for the next month, throughout June. Then it's going to be moving out of this area of home and property. So this is the best time in 12 years to make any kind of changes for your residence. If you so can do that, this may be all this communication that I'm seeing having to do with signatures and documents, could be with brokers and real estate agents and banks and whatever. But you're going to do a great job of it. You're all aligned. It looks like you're getting all your ducks in a row. We have the new moon there on the 9th, and that is an excellent time to sign any type of papers for you. Because it's a new moon eclipse, so that could be quite important for you. It has a lot of power smacked and built into it, and it's also conjunct Mercury here on this day. And that Mercury rules communication. It also rules the written word and documents. So anything that you're going to be putting your name to on this day will be a great thing for you for a long time to come. Not just in the short term, but in the long term as well. Then we have for you who are single Pisceans, you may be meeting somebody new here, most possibly here this month. Venus and Mars, you could have also met somebody in April, because they've been traveling together here, hand in hand, new energies, new attractions coming in. That can be exciting. And in this case, this month, I see how the sensual energies are going to be rising, and how you're going to be communicating these things as they do the dance here through the third house. Might be some short trips, and you might either be traveling with this person, or you can meet a new person on one of your trips as you're traveling as well. Then we have some planets are going to be changing signs here this month. Mercury went into Taurus here May 1st. And then we have Venus moving out of Taurus into Gemini, into your fourth area, your fourth house. Great time for you to move anytime after the 9th. And that is also when the new moon is there, and you might be signing something, like I said, for real estate on this date. And then we will have the sun joining into this fourth house area on the 20th. Again, it's going to have with your home, property, residence, the past. Some of you might see that you're going to be circling back around, back to the past somehow, could be important. And then we also have Mercury changing signs at the very end of the month, as we do also have Mars. And Mars is going to be joining the crowd with the Sun and Mercury there in the 4th house in the sign of Gemini. And you know, Gemini itself is very antsy, wants to get out and about and travel a little bit. So when it's having all of these planets there, you're going to have a hell of a great time here in May. And I want to hear all about it. You Pisces are just going to be on top of the world. And of course, we have this full moon eclipse here. Something in your career is going to come up here on the 24th, because this full moon is in the 10th house of career. It's going to be somehow drawn towards these planets of what you're having here. So you might feel that something's coming to a closure, to an end. That could only be a good thing, because it's only old stuff that's closing out anyway. But it is an eclipse, so you might rid yourself of some routines, career routines that served a good purpose, a high purpose for a long time, many years maybe even. But you know what? That's changing like this now, as you're going to be harvesting new energy into this area, coming in here at the very end of the month. So you should start seeing more of what that is going to do for you here in June, which we'll talk more about next month. So follow your dreams, Pisces. You got that Neptune in the 1st house. You got Uranus in that 2nd house for self-worth and income and money. And that's kind of doing the dance here with you. And I see you just rolling with these changes. And some of these changes have been quite unexpected for you. You might have thought you were heading down this direction for the longest time. And then suddenly Uranus comes around and she pushes you in that direction. Take the challenge. You will see how she has been holding things in store for you. So this is what we had basically for you here this month, Pisces, and I will be looking forward to joining up with you again here in June, so we can see what all of these good little fellows, the stellium, is going to do. And then they're going to start slightly breaking apart a little bit, but they've been kind of traveling together here for several months. So the universe definitely wants us to kind of focus very point specifically. And if you ask yourself and you look back over these last few months, haven't you noticed that you have been like just looking out this one window of a lot of things? And normally you Pisces are like able to kind of spread, you know, over a lot of areas all at once. But these last couple of months you have been diligent, and now you're going to start seeing the consequences of all of that. So I wish you well. Go listen to your rising sign and moon sign, that of your significant other, so you can see what's going on with him or her. And I'll see you in June. Bye for now.